Episode 4.
What up, though? Boom. Boom.
Yeah, I'd be singing. Idea is the other show that I do.
Yeah.
I go crazy on that.
I
one, yeah.
love a lot of the stuff that you've been doing.
That idea is like probably the closest piece of content I create to like how I actually am in real life.
I love it because you're like singing, bro. You're like,
and I think it's because I'm alone in here, so I'm just like, I don't care.
Yes, come on, man.
That's the one where I've gotten in trouble for snacking.
No way.
I always snack on it, and people get really offended by it.
Because they're like, why? Give me one reason why.
I get like really aggressive comments that are like, I liked this video, and then you started talking and eating at the same time, and I immediately turned it off. And I'm like, it's really not that serious.
Yeah. I mean, you know.
I guess if you have like a phobia or something, like I don't know.
Hearing some crunching and you're like,
everybody likes a mukbang.
A mukbang. What is that? A mukbang.
I think that's how you're supposed to say it.
Okay.
Mukbang?
Right, a mukbang.
I don't know.
That was crazy.
I have no idea.
But anyway, episode 4.
Welcome back, you guys.
Welcome back, y'all. What it does, what it do. We are here. It's been a fun ride, man. For everyone that's just tuning in with us for these couple of past episodes, thank you. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for the support. We out here, right? Yikes!
Out here,
out here. We
out here. Should we play the video?
Play what? Let's go. Send it. Hey, 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 hey. Jeez.
It's supposed to like fade to us, and it never does. It's fine. It's whatever. You fix one thing, another thing breaks, you know?
And that's what I'm going to segue to right away is thank you for the fans who stick with us through the beginning, through the day ones, while things are just mucking.
We could have stopped after episode 1, to be honest. Like we could have been like, it's not happening.
Yeah.
Stop, but we didn't.
Yeah, thank you.
We're here.
That's the growth. That's the growth with us, man. What up? What up?
Are you like too low or are you too high? Do I need to fix your like?
Is this good though?
Right. I think it's fine.
I feel like I
think it's fine.
Welcome to J Boom WW.
You look great.
Thank you. Now you look great, bro.
I think we're skipping High Low Buffalo today because we got some meaty topics for our news segment. So we're gonna go right into we're bringing back the reaction. Episode 3 we skipped it. I'm sorry. Episode 4 we're back.
We're back.
I've got a good one today. You might. I don't know. You may have actually seen this routine before. I think that I have, but I'm not 100% sure. But today we are checking out.
In the world of dance.
We're checking out IDCO from World of Dance Summer 2024.
Okay.
I don't want to speak too out of turn here. I want to say that this group is from New Zealand.
Ooh. Oh. I feel like I
could be really off on that, but I think that they are from New Zealand. Doesn't really matter at the end of the day. I also know I am familiar-ish with like the person who directs this company, like not personally, but like I kind of know who they are, and I know that they have a very specific style.
Yeah.
Which I'm excited to kind of see.
Cool.
And this is the front row, so it's going to be right in. Let's just see, make sure we can hear here.
Let's go.
All right, amazing.
Ooh, nice.
Lots of speed change right off the bat.
Nice.
Lots of speed change right off the bat.
And lots of tight, intricate unit right now. Why? Because that intricate moment with everyone that just did that right away, those isolations together collectively, wow.
100%.
Wow.
100%. And it'll be interesting to see too, like how they continue to use the music.
Yeah.
Because this is something that I'm intrigued by with pieces is like, how can you use the music to amplify what you're already doing?
Exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
And off rip, it kind of feels like we're like the music is helping just define
what they're doing. You know what I'm saying? They are taking control of that character. Immediately you saw my center artist here.
Yes.
You know, he's already navigating the show immediately, but then behind him, see, boom, there's a definitive point that you see that
100%.
he's right there. You know what I'm saying? It's
100%.
beautiful.
100%.
Immediately. Great start. Great. Nice. Woo! Speed. What?
So I don't remember if it was this, because when I went to the summit, I don't remember if it was this piece that I watched or just one of their other pieces. The immediate thing that was like going through my head is like, how do you possibly clean this?
Right?
Like, are they counting?
Yeah. You're droning.
Or is it like, are they just going purely off of vibes?
No,
it's so fast.
It's so fast. It is so fast. What I do notice, bro, is I was thinking that too, because I was like, wow, that's fast. Like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
That you're like, they must have had to clean angles on that. What is that?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden stopping the way they stopped.
The pauses are really powerful.
That pause, yeah, exactly.
Sometimes I wonder with like really quick choreography is
run that back a little bit too.
Does it like, what am I even trying to say here? If it gets to a point where it's so quick that it actually can hide if it's not clean. Does that make sense?
Yeah. But again, I think everybody was swinging the same arm. Everybody was doing the same arm, same, right? It didn't look free. So I mean, they're just tight. Yup. Woohoo!
That's cool.
Wow. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
It's like overstimulating and dope all at the same time. That's the way that's how I would explain this. It's like if I was really watching this and if I had to judge this, I'd be like, I don't know. I'm overstimulated, but it's dope.
It's really dope.
And I think it is too so much of like it's, I don't know, it's hard because like obviously we're dancing to music. Obviously. Like we're dancers, we're obviously dancing to music. But the music does help a lot.
Yeah, it does. It does. Also, on top of the music build, it's like the layers.
Yeah.
Layers that I just witnessed in just a simple, isolated rock forward, back and forth, right? What made a difference was what? The whole squad had their leg down, and then versus my center person had his leg up, possibly visually
100%.
making a separate. What?
100%.
That was clean. That was clean.
1,000%.
That was clean. That was
Yeah.
clean. That was clean.
Yeah.
What? Wow.
That's crazy.
Nice.
It is cool. It is cool to see them using still using like depth and transition and like layers with it still being so crazy.
Yeah.
It is kind of cool because I feel like you could easily just like ride off the fact that it's super fast and super intricate and then just leave it as that.
Yeah.
But they're like adding little like layers and pops of color in there that are like very.
Yeah, the stage has come to life.
100%.
You know,
yeah, 100%.
The stage has come
I'm excited to see
life,
this, like,
bro.
if this is like a tempo change that's about to happen here or what.
Wow. Love it. Love it. Wow. Woo. Crazy. Wow. Woo. Crazy.
That's a dope section.
Wow.
It's a good contrast to the previous section. I think it's hard because, like, on one hand, having a whole popping section like that
What?
is crazy.
It's you. Yeah.
On the other hand, it's difficult because obviously, you know, and I think we know this because we're in it, but maybe from a spectator standpoint, like, it's not, like, what's happening in this piece, based off of where it feels like we're heading, is like the equivalent to like a competition studio doing a piece that has like ballroom, jazz, tap, lyrical, contemporary, all in one piece.
Yep.
You know?
Yep.
So to expect like the dancers to be proficient in all of those things is tricky.
What?
And I think that's what stands out is like that. Like, it's on one hand, it is really dope to have that representation and have a whole popping section in this piece. But then on the other hand, if you're actually judging it, it's like the funk is a little off sometimes.
Yep, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep,
but then it's like, it's hard though, because it's like, you can't, nobody's just great at all of them.
Exactly. You're right. You know, that's why it's a tricky line, Jason, because why I'm going to say this is because, like, can I say I'm proficient in one style? Can I just teach somebody, like, you know how, for example, we do a lot of convention choreography work. We go in and they want a certain vibe, right? Hey, teach us, you know, can you create this locking section,
100%,
please? Put a locking section for us, please, in this section. Okay, we're gonna do this. But now we are creating what? Imitators? Someone who's
that's where it becomes difficult.
Where are we allowing we're allowing the imitation to happen, right? You can copy. You can just copy and print. But do you have that style? How long will it take for that style to be in your body? I think years. What? For someone to say, for someone to be like, oh yeah, I can just naturally fit. What? You got to be studying. It's not just a week or a weekend or, you know.
100%.
I feel like you need to be embedded in the culture. Go into clubs. Go to the clubs. Go find that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so truly, there is a line. There is a line, bro.
Yeah, it's hard.
There is a line.
It's hard. It's, you know, and that's what I was like while we were watching that section. I think that's what I was feeling is walking that line of like where is you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And ultimately, I mean, it doesn't really, in the broad scheme of things, it doesn't really matter what they decide to do in the piece. I was more so taking the perspective, like, from a judge's standpoint, I don't know where I would go on that fence.
Yes,
because on one hand, I'm like, this is a dope section. Choreographically, this is a dope section. But the execution of it is a little off.
The execution, right?
Yeah.
You know, is it, what is it missing? What is it? Are they just throwing, exactly. Are they copycatting? Or do they
100%.
Look like they're genuinely into? So there is a line. Yeah, you're right.
100%.
You're right.
100%.
You're right. I love that.
Another good tempo change here.
Yep, I love the tempo shift. Yep. Whoa.
That was cool.
What? Whoa. Woo.
It's cool.
Whoa. Let's go. Sick of you. Nice.
Ooh, that was cool. That was cool. That was cool. Really good, like really good interpretation of the music right there.
That was great.
And I feel like I am starting to see as we continue to watch this through, like their style consists throughout all these sections.
Yes, absolutely.
Does that make sense?
Yes,
I can see them in all these sections.
Yes, absolutely.
That's a cool section though. There's some really good, like,
that was visually good.
Little nuanced details there.
Woo. Wait.
That setup was kind of interesting.
Off. Right.
This part is dope right here.
Whoa.
0.
Yikes.
Yeah, that part's dope.
Woo.
So they pull them off.
Hey. Yep. Hey.
I think we were talking about this. I don't know if it was last episode or the episode before, but I think that was a good use of the, whatever you call it, whatever we want, the flatback run, the turtle run, whatever.
I would even say they would call that the collegiate run,
right?
Yeah,
because they really, they're pulling our focus over here. We're watching that group, and then that one's just kind of exiting.
They are. That one's exiting. But again, some would say, if you can move from A to B to Z, and you can create a full thing, why not be able to choreograph your transitions? You know what I'm saying? Why not?
Which I understand. I think it's just like, does it, at that point though, like, let's take this same exact scenario and that group is dancing as they move back. Does it distract from the visual?
No, to me, it doesn't, but I understand what they're saying. They're trying to be like, you're being an artist, create from A to B, create from the, I get it. But at the same time, it wasn't distracting to me. It really muted the picture.
I think so too.
It shifted the picture and moved us. And now our eyes are now looking at this because they are in this flat back run that's not, it's not pulling attention to me.
Because what's interesting is we're trying to create like a show on stage, right?
Yes, exactly.
So it's like, if we were making a movie, the problem is solved because I can just change the camera angle and cut, and you don't see what's happening behind the lens.
Exactly.
But the problem is like we don't have that option.
No. So what does that picture need to fade? Does that picture fade?
Yeah.
So to me, I think that flat back can fade. But I also think that when you do choreograph your exits, right, they're colorful, right? They can add, or can they distract? Because that part right there, for them to be on that side of the stage after they left, we needed, I think, that shift off. I think we needed them to run, so then our eyes are like heavy stage left
to where it needed to be. 100%. 100%.
Yeah. That's one for real. Whoa.
Very visual through there.
Yep. Wow. Nice.
That part was clearly like a breathe.
Yes,
that
it was breathe. Yep.
It was very visual.
Yes.
But it was like, I think it was a moment for them to like take a second.
Yeah, take a second for sure.
Yeah.
What do you feel about that second?
I think people are afraid to take the second.
Okay.
Is my honest answer.
You're right.
I think people in pieces are afraid, because I've experienced it with my own choreography, is I've set a piece and then someone's like, it dips too much. And I'm like, yeah, but you just want them up here the whole entire time?
Yeah.
I think it needs a dip.
We need a dip.
I think it needs a...
We need dynamics.
Every good movie...
I think so too.
Every great movie has 15, 20 minutes where you're like, I don't really care about this.
Yeah.
But you still don't take away the whole movie.
Yeah. I mean, a good movie too can be like this, like start from low, come up high, drop us. I'm
100%.
What are we talking about? Climax,
100%,
right?
100%. So I think it's I'm fine with it.
Give us a dip, give us a pause. Woo.
Jeez.
Nice.
That's cool.
Nice.
Orchestrated moment there is dope.
Nice. Woo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah. I will say too, that transition feels a little empty to me, but I think it's solved for by that pattern on the costume.
Exactly. Yo, I was thinking about this the whole time, bro. I was like, first of all, kudos, y'all. Kudos. This is a fire number.
It's a dope number. There's a lot of moving parts to this number.
But I was thinking the whole time, Jay, I was like, you must have a lot of confidence to understand your arms are going to be clean. Your feet going to be clean. 100%. To be wearing some hyper white sleeves.
100%.
Right? Completely from the beginning. To wear highlighted shoes, which means when you wear white on stage,
we're seeing
what's
it.
popping? We seeing what? So that means this crew they're confident in that delivery.
100%.
That we're gonna watch their feet and we're gonna see their arms be so clean.
100%.
Because that's what's highlighted on them. And like you were just talking about, down to them going to the back, that transition does bother you because look at the pattern on their backs that created a simple bird flock energy.
Yeah, and then it clicks in, and it's kind of like,
it was visually beautiful.
Yeah,
so
100%.
100%. Yeah, kudos.
Because they're really just just walking to this spot.
What? Boo. Okay. Wow.
And then it clicks. Whoa. It's really interesting. It makes me wonder if that like how intentional
it has to be. What was the sounds we were hearing behind there?
That's true.
The static sound.
That's true.
It was like a disturbance.
Yeah.
It wasn't clear.
That's
it wasn't
true.
like so it makes sense why there should be this energy.
Yeah.
Bravo.
100%.
Come on. I like it. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Whoa. The glow in the dark. Woo. Oh. Woo.
Okay, so I feel like I did watch this. I think I did watch this in person.
In person?
Yeah.
Wow.
And because I remember getting to this part and thinking, is this a bite?
Oh, because of what's been happening with
because of Academy of Villains.
Okay.
Have you seen the AOV piece where they used the red gloves? I think it's Mamma Mia, Mamma Mia.
Yes.
And they make like the mouth and stuff.
Yes. Okay.
But I could be wrong on this. I believe they've also done a glow piece like this.
Okay, I don't know.
That's unconfirmed. That's unconfirmed. For sure they did the glove thing. Now,
there's an artist that's been doing this kind of
yes.
formation,
now,
creating hand gestures.
Is Academy of Villains the first people to ever wear gloves and dance? Probably not.
No.
Right.
Nah,
but
bro.
I think but I remember that crossing my mind of like, this is an interesting choice because of how iconic that Mamma Mia, Mamma, and they do the whole mouth thing. And I think it was on America's Got Talent.
Yes. Okay. So I don't think, like you said, they weren't the first people to wear
No,
gloves,
I mean, it's like, I think, it's hard because...
So here, do we lie over here, bro? This is where it lies,
because
bro.
also, here's my other argument is like, realistically, if you get this idea in your head, all right, we're going to wear gloves, we're going to do the glow, we're going to do like a little tutting section. How many possibilities really are there?
I mean...
Like, there's a lot, but like, chances are you're going to cross over with somebody that's done a similar thing before.
I hear you.
Does that mean you're stealing it?
Nah.
I don't think so.
Nah, I do not think so.
Because like even the first thing they do, like this is just like they do this at every NFL game in America. They wave across the stage. You know what I'm saying? It's like, you get what I'm saying? It's like
everyone has used this wave around crossover code.
Exactly.
Have you used it in your choreography?
I probably have.
Like I've definitely used.
I probably have.
I've for sure used one of these.
So at that point,
we're not stealing. This is what is this? A
definitely
pattern?
not stealing.
It's a code.
Yeah.
You know, it's something passed down. Can we say that?
I think you could say
can be passed down.
I think you could say that it's a bold choice.
Okay, a bold choice.
It's a bold choice because you know that people are going to draw comparison.
Or you're going to say everyone does it. We're going to be like everyone does this.
But also, I mean, in weird coincidence, for context, I used to be a huge Academy of Villains fan. For obvious reasons, I'm not anymore. But you know, I used to be a big Far Side Academy of Villains fan, and I distinctly remember that there is a interview of Far Side, and he specifically says that when you see something you like, you can either copy it directly or you can copy it and make it better. So in his own words,
so copy it or make it better. Is that it? But what if we shift?
And I don't know if I agree with that.
No. But what can we shift the word copy and say?
Like if you're influenced by something?
Okay, yes. Can we be influenced? Can we be inspired?
Yeah.
Can this thing that's done, because guess what? This rolled through that to happen. I'm sure you've seen it happen like fast slow.
Yeah, 100%.
Back over maybe.
100%.
There's like you said, there's multiple codes to this.
Well, when you talk about like music choices, like if two people choreograph to the same song, chances are something's going to feel similar, even if they did it in isolation of each other.
Okay, yes.
Because you can because some of us, whether it's you just share the same interpretation of the song or you hear something the same, like, so I don't know. I think it does get tricky. I don't think this is like, I would definitely not be like, this is a bite.
Exactly.
But it just made me think.
Yes,
that was all.
Absolutely.
If anything, it just reminded me of that Academy of Villains piece, which then I think automatically makes you go, pause for a moment and then be like, nah, it's not the same thing.
Yeah. Because then, right, wouldn't a bite technically, I mean, I don't know, we can get technical, be like taking a full phrase.
I agree.
A full A, B, C, D.
I'm in agreement with
versus
that. Yeah.
A,
if you got like an
T.
8 of someone else's choreo, then that's a problem.
That's like, wait a minute, that looks like the full thing that, like the full C.
Wait a minute.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
But this is dope.
Yes. Whoa. Wow. Woo. Wow.
That's dope.
Wow.
I do remember this piece.
Wow.
This section is actually kind of nasty.
Whoa. Woo. Woo. Nice. Nice. That was wild. Whoa. Woo. Love it. Wow. Wow.
Can I
give right there?
Here's
Come on.
Here's my thought. One, that was a really clever way of using like the back end of the stage and the darkness of the light to be able to hide that visual.
Yeah.
Two, here's my hot take. Does that make any sense with the piece?
I know, right?
And I hate to be that person that's everything needs to make sense. You know, everything, the whole thing needs to make sense. Like, I don't think that's necessarily true.
Yes.
But in the context of what's around it,
yes.
It gives a little random.
I'm in agreement too. Because this is something I would struggle with. Keeping continuity throughout the whole time. Right. Making sure that there's, it flows. The bridges aren't random in this bit, right? Yeah. I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. Yes. I mean, at that moment, I was just in the mode.
In the moment, I'm just in the moment.
I'm like, yeah.
But then now that it's back to normal, I'm like, wait, why did we do that? You know what I mean?
Yes.
Maybe it comes back. Maybe it comes back.
Nice.
I think okay, so the hat visual is dope. I remember being like, that's a cool hat visual. I would copy and paste my same thoughts on the popping section to this crumping section.
Exactly.
Choreographically,
yeah.
Sure.
Yes.
But execution-wise,
are they just imitating? Are they really good?
But that's the problem. I mean, with all the street styles,
for sure,
like
you have to be.
Yes, but especially like I would say,
and I'm sorry to say, they're not imitating. Did you download really, really good?
Yes.
Did you download?
Yes.
Because that, picking up what we are watching is an act of practice of choreography, right?
100%. Which I mean, I don't know. I don't think either of us are in the position to take that's wrong.
No.
I think it's just pointing out that like this is a crump choreography section.
Yes.
I wouldn't necessarily. This is crumping.
Yes. Did they? Yes.
Does that make sense?
See you. Do you think that by themselves if I just took one of those individuals out and was like, yo, we're going to a Crump lab, that they would be,
I don't know.
They would authentic. We don't know.
We really don't know. We really don't know.
You know what I'm saying? But this is the line of it.
But this is the conversation.
The conversation
yeah.
is, are you really diving into these different styles?
Yeah.
Are you? How proficient are you trying to learn and
we don't know
we
don't know the source. Yeah. We don't know who set this.
This is just conversation to have, G,
100%,
to really be like,
100%.
yo, what?
But this is what this is what has to be talked about, because it's like,
I like it.
But it's,
nice.
That's dope.
Nice. Wow. All right.
That's dope.
All right. Whoa. But he's proficient.
Yeah. 100%.
He's proficient.
100%. Yeah.
Hey.
But I think that's a great example of what we're just talking about. Like, hopefully anybody that's watching this, there's a very clear difference between that solo section and then what's happening.
Yep.
And it does bring up the point of, like, even if you are high level, if you choreograph something that's rooted in freestyle, will it automatically take away from? I don't know. But I think it brings up the conversation. Does that make sense?
Yes. You know why? Because I agree, Jay. Because in reality, I think it kind of does take away, unless you're trying to keep the essence. If you're like, I don't care, keep it raw.
Yeah.
Keep it how it is.
Yeah.
But because depending on the game you're playing, you guys,
yes.
right? If it's World of Dance, if it's HHI, there's gonna be these rules.
I mean,
to
HHI requires, like,
wow moments, blow ups.
Yeah, and they require, like, I don't remember the specificity, but it's like
of styles,
three or four styles have to be in the piece. Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
So at that point, you have to incorporate it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So now, do you have 10, 30 proficient crumpers in your squad that you can put at the forefront and be like, they got 100%, this, right?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah. Maybe you do. Maybe I don't know.
I think it too, like, warrants the question of, like, does it even matter?
Does it matter?
Knows? Well, but again, it's just like.
But look into this. Look at the formula too, bro. Because sometimes, I mean, for a good portion of, a creation, I love to utilize the crump language in some of my choreo.
100%.
Because of how.
Yeah. I actually was thinking about that. Like, had they done that section to a different piece of music, would we still be having the same thoughts? I don't know.
I don't know. Exactly.
Like, if they just framed it as just movement. Yes. Whereas with the way they framed it, they're specifically saying this is a crump section. So then for me, now we're getting somewhere. So now for me, I feel like then, now I'm going to view it through the lens
of crump. You're going to be like, okay, yeah, exactly. All
right, we found a nice little...
I like it. Come on.
That's dope.
Yep. Whoa. Nice.
So I do think it warrants, because that's hella random.
This coming back in.
Yeah.
This coming back in. Yes.
But I think it does warrant to point out that, like, so this section, for anyone that's not familiar, this section and the first section is kind of them. This is their brand. I don't know.
That's
their style. This is their thing.
Yeah.
So I do think it, in that context,
bring it back.
It makes sense. Like, this is kind of their tag, this is like their end.
Yeah. Woo. Wow. Wow. Whoa.
That's dope. That's cool.
That was crazy. Love that. Dee.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah, this is that thing. Whoa.
That's a dope visual.
Whoa.
That's a cool visual. It's a cool visual.
Wow.
It's cool.
Wow.
The end is dope.
Bravo on that.
My last thoughts. It's a cool
thing.
piece. That's their like. Yeah.
You're right.
He has a name for it, I think, but I don't know. I don't remember what it's called. Yeah. The end is cool. Yeah. I think for me, my last thought would be that like I think the structurally, and I do want to qualify that I believe this was a showcase piece.
Okay.
So they weren't actually competing
it. Okay.
So they're just kind of trying to like showcase.
Yep.
I think that does give context, because my biggest thing is like it does lack like through lines. Like even the hat.
Yes.
It comes in. It does come in towards the end of the piece, but like there's moments where it's like, why did we do that? Why was that a thing? Why didn't we see it at the beginning? You know. So I think in the same thing with the glow section, like it's really cool, but it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. Why did the glow happen?
That would be my biggest like.
I
think coming off of the routine we critiqued the last time we critiqued a routine.
Yes. No. Absolutely.
Where everything was so intentional.
Yes.
Like down to the finest of details.
Yep.
That then to jump to this, I'm like.
And you know what? That's so good, Jay, because in reality, it's like, is this a mosh pit of energies that you're trying to send across the like, what are we trying to say in the piece? What are you trying to portray in the piece? What's the intention? Is it for pure entertainment?
100%.
If that is the case, as you're saying, they're showcasing maybe this number was pure entertainment, like
is it just like this is ID code?
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is ID code. This is what we bring to the table.
Yeah.
This is I'm gonna show you all our wowing moments of what we could do. So when it comes to that, maybe
mission accomplished.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Mission accomplished.
Yeah.
But if we are trying to say having a through story, having a continuity of why to bring these objects up, for what reason the hat comes up.
Yeah.
The glow comes up.
And in their defense, I think like I know I'm very like probably over the top sometimes, like wanting things to feel intentional, but I also like from watching a lot of your pieces, I feel like you're really in touch with that as well.
Yes.
I feel like you're always telling something beyond just the dancing.
Absolutely.
At least with like your boom pieces and like, because we all have like, I definitely have studio pieces I've set where I'm just like, this is cool.
Yeah. No,
but it's like, I wasn't being super intentional
about it.
But yeah. No, it's a good piece. It's a cool piece. No, it's hype. It's hype energy.
It is hype, but I love how you said it. Yeah, it's intention for sure.
We're gonna jump agree or disagree again. I like this segment last time, so we're gonna jump here. I got a couple new ones. All right. All dancers should go to a dance battle at least once.
All dancers should go to a dance battle at least once. Ready? On a count of three, agree or disagree, right?
Yep.
1, 2, 3.
Agree.
Come on, now.
I think why not?
Why not?
It's a great experience.
Absolutely.
Really, that's the answer. Why not?
Why not? Why not?
There's
Why
nothing
not?
bad that you're
Why
gonna.
not?
Yeah.
Why not?
Easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
I love that.
Learning choreography, training, and performing are all different things.
Learning choreography, training, and performing are all different things. In the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Agree. I agree. They're all different things for sure.
That one was
different
kind of
muscles,
easy.
Different muscles. But I mean.
But maybe some
people might be like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Different.
They're different.
Okay. These ones we're a little, I threw a couple zingers in the end.
Ooh.
Okay. One day we will see an anti-posting, anti-recording culture around dance.
So no more recording in class.
My thought process was like, you know how like old, like, a lot of kids nowadays like wear clothing that their parents used to wear, or like they watch shows that their parents used to watch.
Yes.
I think that in the future, this is the question, is in the future, do we see a time period where dancers are like, we're going back.
Like no more video.
Pre-camera. Yeah.
Pre-camera.
We're just dancing.
We're just going to dance. That's what it is.
Yeah.
Back to the streets.
Will we see that? That's the agree or disagree.
Okay. Here we go. I mean, dang, that's a depends, but let's go. We got this.
Okay.
1, 2, 3.
Agree. You can't be silent. Zoom in on the silence. Zoom in on the silence. You don't think it'll ever go away temporarily?
Oh gosh.
You don't think there'll be a pocket of dancers that are like...
There are a pocket of dancers now, though.
Okay.
There are.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
It's like there are a pocket of dancers.
You don't think it'll get mainstream, though?
Mainstream, I feel like we're so diving into tech so futuristically heavy.
You're probably right.
This world is so like, I feel like maybe we're going to see it not on this anymore. I don't know, bro. I think we about to still be taking out for some days. I don't know, but there is some people who are like, nah, I'm here for the culture.
You're probably right.
We don't need it, but I don't.
You're probably right.
Yeah.
All right. This one is, this was brought up from a message that I received after I posted something this week. And it's arts are political by nature.
Arts?
Yeah, like just art in general is political by nature.
Count of three. 1, 2, 3.
Agree.
Come on, bro.
This was a message, and I have no ill will towards this person whatsoever because everyone has their own perspective, and like I appreciated them even messaging me, but I had to correct them a little bit.
Which is okay.
I had to correct them a little bit because
okay.
The claim was that if you make art political, it takes away from. And what I was trying to introduce this person to is that art has forever, has always been a way for people that didn't have a voice to speak against and in favor of things.
Yeah.
You know,
almost like a public servant.
You think about think about, you know, the picture of the Last Supper. That's political.
Yeah.
That's documenting history. That's whatever you believe. That's documenting a moment in time.
Absolutely. A moment in time, for sure.
So to me, separate the two doesn't work.
Yeah, exactly.
Doesn't work.
Exactly. You're right because you're so right. I agree. When things were happening epically in history, when a couple of styles were being born, right? So during that time, it connects that political vibration to the movement too as well.
We're going to talk about it later, but you talk about a style that like so many people love, hip hop.
Yeah.
If you love hip hop, then you can't disagree with this statement, in my opinion.
Yep, absolutely.
They're tied together.
Yeah, and I know it's probably that person, you know, is probably feeling like, no, just separate it. We don't need to taint it.
And that would be great.
You know, for sure.
But it's not. It isn't what it is, you know?
For sure.
I don't know.
Yeah. No, I like it.
All right, I just added this one because you said something and it brought it up, and I was like, ooh, I actually did want to talk about this. AI in dance is good and cool.
AI.
Two things there.
AI in dance is good and cool.
Yeah.
I mean, is there I guess. Because
we didn't even have to agree to disagree here.
It's like,
here's my thought, because I keep like, I don't want to like, I don't really want to call anybody out here, but I've seen some AI in dance collaboration, and I'm going to be 100% honest. Like, this is nothing. I like these people a lot. Every time I see it, I'm like, I don't. This is.
He said, "It's not my thing, dog."
Every time I see it, I'm like, I don't know what like.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, but you know, I've seen some cool. I've seen some. Because you use the word cool.
Yeah, I've seen some
cool
objectively cool things. Yeah,
AI dancing motion picture stuff that's been happening.
Yes.
I'm like, oh wow, that's pretty interesting.
Yeah,
like, really cool.
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. I don't think it takes over in the way that people think it does.
No,
I don't think it can.
No,
because it doesn't feel.
Oh, what does that say? It doesn't feel? Ooh.
Yeah, that's it. I don't even need to add to that. Yeah.
Is that it? Period. It don't feel. That's it. You generated it. We feel.
All right, we're heading
great.
into.
We are. Yeah.
We still have no sound, but that's okay. Breaking news.
Let's go.
I don't know if this is breaking news, but it's the 20th anniversary of High School Musical.
Woo!
Everybody, I feel like if you don't like High School Musical, I don't know. That's a you problem, High School Musical.
For real. That's your problem.
High School Musical is great.
Come on, 20th?
Great. 20th anniversary, yeah.
Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
That's
did you ever
amazing.
do anything with High School Musical?
Nope. I didn't get to tap into.
Were you here when they filmed it? You were here?
I was here. A couple of our homies, you already know. Yeah. Did you?
No. I was here. I think I was here after.
Okay.
Or I was just like not even into dancing.
Yeah, I feel like, yeah.
The reason I'm asking is because we were in Utah.
We're in Utah. Yeah.
The first one at least was filmed entirely in Utah. So there's a lot of Utah representation in the film.
What's that? Bonnie Story?
Bonnie Story. Shout out
what
Bonnie
up,
Story.
Though? Yeah, she's amazing.
So that's that. I don't know.
Yeah, that's
nothing
amazing.
crazy there, but that's the first thing.
Years. Come on.
The next thing, I thought this was just kind of fun to shout out. Like, let's shout it out, give a little praise to something cool that's going on, which is that Antoine Troop, professional dancer, choreographer.
I've been following
him. He moved to Texas recently, and he's restarted up his troop training program.
Ooh.
And I'll tell you what, like he's always been good at the looks and the visuals and like the vibes, but like the vibes are immaculate this time around.
Yeah,
like
and more than vibes too. He provides so much
100%.
knowledge, bro.
Yeah.
Like I really truly.
He's just like he's putting in the work on this, and I was like, you know what? Like I was trying to think of stuff, and I was like, this is cool. So
for real, Antoine
shout out
Troop,
Antoine. Shout out if you're looking for like online training.
Yikes.
Especially if you're wanting to get into the industry, might be something to check out.
Yeah.
Might be something to check out.
Antoine, come check us out in Salt Lake though. What up though? Yeah.
Maybe I should have hit him up, seeing if we want to talk about it a little bit. Maybe next time we'll have him on.
Yeah, he's amazing.
Okay. The next thing that I want to talk about, this is news. This does stay within the news, but is I do think we need to touch on this whole UDA national situation. And if you're watching this episode, you've already seen the sort of roundtable discussion that I had with a bunch of people discussing sort of some of these topics. So, but I think there's so much to talk about here. I wanted to zero in though on something that I am learning in real time about. So, UDA is a part of a larger conglomerate called Varsity.
Yeah.
Varsity is owned by a venture capitalist private equity firm. So they're underneath the umbrella of this private equity firm. And they're going on their second lawsuit now for monopolistic behavior.
Oh, wow.
Is the terminology.
Wow.
And basically they have so much money. This is like a $5+ billion company with a B. They have so much money that basically they just don't really care. They're just like, we'll pay it out. The latest one, they have to pay out $82 million. Why does this matter? Well, because it gets more interesting. According to my comment section, and some people have given some like actual, I did a little diving on this. They gave some people gave some court cases as well. The NCAA, for several years now, has been trying to include collegiate dance as a sport underneath the NCAA, which is something that a lot of people have rallied for, talk about, want to happen.
But it's not happening.
Here's the kicker.
Oh, here we go.
Here's the kicker. The number one group that is rallying against that is, you guessed it, Varsity Sports.
Dang.
So,
they say no.
So multiple times
nah.
now, from my understanding, Varsity has put the kibosh on dance becoming a part of the NCAA.
What? That's crazy.
And that's the topic one of that I wanted to talk about, is because, one, I want people to know, because I think a lot of people support Varsity and also support dance being a sport at the collegiate level. With that being the dynamic, you can't really support both at the same time, because the one that you're supporting is actively working to not allow you the same representation that other athletes have. Which I think is interesting. I also think it brings up a lot of conversation around the capitalistic involvement inside of dance.
Yeah, exactly.
The money.
So what are we saying? Political? Sorry, not to bring that back. I didn't want to. I didn't want to. It happened that way. I'm just saying.
But you're 100%. That's what we're talking about. That's what we're talking about.
It's there.
I would love for this to not be about politics. The problem is that people are, and like, you know, you and I both make a living off of dance. Neither one of us are claiming that people can't make money off of dance.
No.
The problem becomes when that's the priority.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And because there would be a lot of benefit to dancers being a part of the NCAA.
Yeah, exactly.
That means, for people that may not understand this, that means more scholarship opportunities.
Yeah.
That means more sponsorship opportunities.
Yeah.
None of that's available to dancers at the current state because they're not in the same category as the football team or the basketball team or the hockey team.
Which is wild. I mean, what? You think about what we do, bro. It's pretty powerful. It's a lot on us, mental, physically, and so to me, it does involve having the same type of sports training that a football player would possibly need to run down a field.
100%. 100%.
Stamina-wise, endurance-wise, I feel like, and, I just think physically we do endure the same, maybe different training styles.
Yeah.
But really, we're fighting for this one time to hit that competition stage.
100%.
Bop.
100%.
And here we go, fighting for a whole year to hit that competition,
That's the thing,
and through the sports, they have multiple circuits.
They have tons of other things. And it bears the question too, is like, I don't know if this is true. So maybe if someone's listening to this, they have better insight. Would let's say the dance becomes a part of the NCAA. Do dancers now have the option of like NIL agreements and specific sponsorships that they don't have the ability to get right now? Because we talked about this a couple episodes ago, that like there isn't a lot of sport, like you don't see Nike sponsoring dancers.
Yes.
But is it because that there isn't a platform for them to sponsor on?
Yeah, exactly.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Because there's some of these really well-known college dancers, and I'm like, why are brands not putting a name on this?
Yeah.
They have a huge following.
Are you saying like more so it's not in the forefront, right? Because I feel like, there's like Adidas, there's brands where we would see some dancers, maybe on tour.
I think it's because, so from my understanding, this is why they've been brought up on all these lawsuits, is they control every aspect of everything.
Okay, yes.
They control the competitions.
Yeah.
In the cheer realm, they control the costumes. They control the music. Wow. They control everything.
Yeah.
Everything is underneath them. Everything is purchased through them. So, of course, a brand like Adidas is not going to be like, let me hop in on this, because they're just going to be like, nope, no thank you.
Yeah.
It's an interesting topic, and I think more people need to be talking about it, and I think more people need to be keen to the information, because they can't stop us all.
Yeah. Facts.
I mean, they can't stop us all. And like, I'm in this. I don't even like. I'm not even like hoorah college dance. Like that's not even what it's about. It's about just dance in general. It's about like the integrity of like what we do.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, exactly.
And now we get into this other conversation where the dialogue around this UDA Nationals has been wild. And
I mean,
very impacting.
Yep. Very deep too. Sides for sure can be, they're valid sides I can look at.
Yeah.
But what would I like to focus on? I guess it would be the resolution of things, of how.
And so this was going to be my question to you: is do you feel that when how do I want to say this? Do you feel when you have made choices that have impacted a large group of people, and they're being very outspoken about that impact, we don't even have to target anyone. Let's say for us, would you feel like you had a responsibility to speak to that?
Yeah, I mean, to speak about the impact yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I would feel like it,
Yeah.
but I also feel like, I'm also growing, and it's a growing space. So when I look at like collegiate, and when I'm looking at all my OG heads that are preservers of the hip hop culture,
Right.
I really do know that there is a difference. And I know that, if I want to say, for instance, like there's been choices where I've gone in and taught a style, and knowing that it's only been a 3-day situation, knowing that the group hasn't been locked in on the style, I'm giving it due to what? Because I know that it's a competition. They want to look good. I'm delivering the product. I guess you would put me in the sense of, like you said, this is how I make my living,
Yeah.
But I do it with something that I love.
Yes.
So dearly.
Yes.
But
does the struggle that you're speaking on speak to your intention? Because I think it does.
It does. It will. Speak
and
to my intention.
And I think
yes,
that's where.
Yes.
I think that's where I'm having a particular issue. I mean, I have a few of them.
Come on,
I always have an issue.
But
I think I'm having a particular issue with the, and at this point, it doesn't. Everybody already knows, so it doesn't really matter. I'm having a particular issue when it comes to Sammy and the situation with LSU, because I don't feel like she has engaged in any sort of dialogue around what's happening. And if anything,
we haven't seen her say, she hasn't said anything, right? Okay,
from the outside looking in,
yeah.
Because I do want to I don't just want to jump, into her space without really knowing all the details. But from the outside looking in, there's almost been a avoidance of the situation. And I think that's what more so I have a problem with. Because again, I firmly believe that if you make a conscious decision that affects a large group of people, then you have the responsibility to at least clarify. Or add clarity to. And in my opinion, by when you have a platform that's so big, by avoiding that dialogue, you are giving us the opportunity to assume things about you that may not be true. Does that make sense?
Yeah, you are. You're giving the opportunity for sure for people to assume, and you are for sure drawing the line of your tribe. Those who are going to
no
be
pun intended. I know you didn't mean to do that, but I had to. It was a perfect little.
It was right, yeah. But you're making that decision, and you're understanding that, like, yo, by not speaking on this, I know that there's gonna be people gonna be like, hey, yo, you don't need to say anything. Let them haters talk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or someone's gonna be like, hey, maybe say, clarify where your intentions and your heart was, since you do have a huge platform of people following or not, whatever it is.
Even if the clarity is just you saying like, yo, I messed up.
Yeah. But what if she doesn't feel like she messed up?
That's what I'm worried about. To be honest with you, to be honest with you, that's what I'm worried about.
Okay.
And
because there's, what is it, impact versus intention, right? Intention versus impact. So if Sammy's intention was not to, if she was supposed to create a dope hip hop piece, there she goes.
I would feel
the impact now is people are talking. People are like, nah, look at that. This was supposed to be public servant. This is you taking this culture. Now you're appropriating it. Now, so now we have this vibration.
Yeah.
Okay. Cause now the impact is there. Now people are affected.
Yeah.
I understand this impact intention.
And I think again, when you're at, quote unquote, the mountaintop of something. Yeah. Which I think it's fair to say that she is in that particular space.
Yeah.
That there is responsibility there, in my opinion. And if you don't act on that, you're making a statement without making a statement.
Yes, for sure.
And the statement reads as you don't care.
For sure.
And again, it's like, it's hard because some things have been brought up to me, what if she didn't pick the music? What if, this and that? But again, I'll go back to like that doesn't take away responsibility. If anything, if I'm in that situation, I didn't pick the music, but I also didn't speak up.
Yeah.
I feel like it would at least be my responsibility to be like, I made a mistake.
Yeah.
I should have spoken up.
Yeah.
I didn't speak up. It was not my intention for this to be taken the way it was, but I understand the impact and I understand why it's affected people.
Yeah, I hear it.
But we're not getting any of that. And again, we're getting almost the opposite in the way that like she's still posting.
Yeah.
She's still talking about what happened, but avoiding the actual conversation.
Yeah.
I don't think, there's people
I'm
that
such a devil advocate, bro. I'm like this. I'm like, you see me? That's why I said.
But it's hard. It's a really hard, nuanced question. But when you where I am is like when you don't even come to the table.
Yeah.
It becomes really difficult. Yeah. What was your thought though?
It's just because I'm still torn on the fact that there is something that there is an issue. There's a huge impact. There's a huge impact, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm also torn because, again, there's different artists that are creating and stuff, and this is how they make their livelihood.
Mm-hmm.
And Sammy is a creator in her own, or artist on her own, and so she is inspired to take and create and build shows however she wants. But it is our responsibility to do the research with the piece, with the intention. The thing is I'm torn with is I'm not in the bag. I wasn't there. I'm not there.
Yeah, I
have no clue how
Yeah.
this rounded up, Maybe Sammy was like, I don't know. Maybe.
And the conversation that we brought up on the round table today was that I brought it up is if she chose not to use that cut of music, would we still be having the same conversation? And I think the answer collectively was yes and no.
Okay, yes.
Because the conversation's been happening for years.
Yes.
Around, Black and Latino representation inside of dance.
Yes.
That's been happening forever. But I think that it's been amplified because of that choice that she made.
Yes. Absolutely. Yes.
And again, I don't think, I don't know. I'm not an authority on this at all, but I don't think anybody's saying you can't use Kendrick Lamar.
No. I don't.
As a white person, I don't think that's the issue. I think it's the specificity of it being the live Super Bowl performance version, including the Samuel L. Jackson component.
Yes. That's what we're talking about.
That gives narrative now.
That's
that
what we're
gives.
I don't
know.
That's what I'm talking about being torn, because I'm like, what? She could use Kendrick. I
think even if she had used the studio versions of those songs, it would have been a different story.
Yes. But now we're talking about something that was specifically directed and created by the Kendrick camp to make a huge statement.
Yeah.
A huge one. What?
And it was brought up on the round table, a huge statement in a space that is historically primarily very white.
Exactly.
The Super Bowl is like white.
Yes. So now you're making a huge statement here.
Yeah.
So that particular piece
to kind of
is you
pluck it in,
and then put it in this spot.
It gets sticky.
That is sticky.
Yeah, it gets sticky.
That is sticky. That is.
Yeah.
So when
I think added onto when you already have a perception, like sticky. People already do have a perception of Sammy because of the way that she presents herself. I think some people take it as, I don't know as far as mockery of hip hop, but I think people do sometimes perceive the way she presents as like, this is hip hop.
Yeah, see?
Air quotes, this is hip hop.
And and so again, I don't even know Sammy that time.
But we don't know her.
I don't know her.
I don't know her either.
But from a spec, I would hope
from outside in,
I would hope anybody who's a instructor, a teacher, who's an educator, I would hope that they understand that there's going to be people out there that's going to be the opposite. There's going to be someone that's going to be like, no.
Yeah.
That's not it.
Yeah.
Someone's going to be like, actually, someone's going to be like, you remember this? You see this move right here? I would call it the pump. Someone's going to be like, nah, that's actually called the whip. That's going to be in my generation. Someone's going to be like, there's going to be so many different opinions, y'all. All I say is continue to humble yourself. Continue to learn, because as an instructor myself, an educator myself, I'm constantly trying to connect with like homies like Link and Showtime, people who've been OGs 50 years in the game, to tell me and continue to let me know that I'm on the right path in keeping the preservation of hip hop alive, And so for me, I would hope maybe that's what's happening back in the competition realm, that they're
100%.
bringing these iconic people to kind of root the hip hop culture in it. And I understand, but what happens is we're merging worlds. That's what we have to understand. But that one specifically though, Jay,
it's hard. It's hard.
That one specific. I'm saying yes, let's merge world, but we have to understand what we're merging.
Yeah, that's another conversation.
That's another. But this one
is tricky.
This one is tricky.
It's tricky
because,
and I think for me, my message around this whole thing is like, come to the table.
Come to the table.
Come to the table.
Right.
Because
I like it, bro.
What I've learned in my experience is that it's never as bad as you think it's going to be. I think in her situation, I think I've experienced it with other people that have reached out to me about similar issues. And I had a creator reach out to me once, and they had people in their comment section. They had black artists in their comment section coming at them because they made particular claims about the style of jazz being rooted and being created by a very well-known white jazz choreographer. And people were correcting them in the comment section. They came to me and said, what should I do about this problem? Immediately I said, you need to talk to them.
Yeah.
You need to platform. You need to create a platform and a space to talk to them.
I agree.
You know what they told me?
Did they not do it?
He said, if I do that, then those people win.
No way.
That's what his response to me was.
Okay, I'm not gonna say no way. I'm gonna say in my spec, I think you do that.
His response.
I'm gonna say that's a building moment.
His response was those people win.
No.
And at that point in the conversation, I said, then I don't think I'm the person you need to be talking to about this, because I'm not going to give you the answer that you want me to give you, which is that you should ignore this and that you should, shun these people because they're trying to give you accurate information.
Yes, absolutely.
They're trying to educate you and you're not listening.
Absolutely.
So that's why I am always going to say, come to the table.
Absolutely.
Because in running, it shows me two things. One, you're not actually about this community component of dance. You're not about it.
Yes, this community component.
Number
of dance.
two,
yes,
you're no longer interested in educating yourself.
I love that.
And at that point, I don't want anything to do with you if you're not interested in educating yourself. If you don't think you have anything to learn, then that's not somebody that I want to have in my space. Because I'm of the mindset of like, continuous education, continuous learning. But maybe even if I don't agree, I don't agree,
I agree with you.
I just had a situation with someone on Instagram, and we were going back and forth about something, and at the end of it all, I had to stand my ground of like, I don't agree with what you're saying.
Yeah,
but this conversation has been amazing because now you're reaching out to your people for clarification. I'm reaching out to my people for clarification. Now people are talking
about it. Yes, I love
We don't have to agree because we've already started moving the pieces.
Yes.
We've already started getting people to realize, oh, there's a problem here. There isn't clarity here. How can we fix that?
There isn't clarity here. How can we fix that?
And so to me, that's like, and I've heard some pushback, like, give it time. Like maybe she just needs time. The window's closed.
Yeah.
The jury of public opinion is in.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
Is how I feel about the situation. And, anybody that's listened to me knows that I'm like very convicted in what I say. And that's just, and I'm okay. If I'm wrong, I'm okay. If at the end of the day it comes out and I'm wrong.
Yeah.
And intentions were there and things were,
But they
amazing.
What would they say? Intention doesn't matter right now. Your impact really is what it is, right? That's what the phrase would happen. Anyway, we could sit here a minute, but dude,
I love your perspective too, because I do feel like you see all sides very well.
I do, but at the same time, it brings enlightenment to myself to make sure that I am preserving and intentionally moving in a way that even if I enter the space of a collegiate space or a cheer or anything like that,
how can I
still uphold this thing? But I also know the game, the space that I'm entering. They are as they are visitors to the hip hop culture. I become visitors to their cheer, palm, all that stuff as well. So now,
and that's where my end will always be like, change the name.
Yeah, dog. don't.
This is the crazy part. Is like the solution to this is so simple.
Yeah. Stop calling it
that.
Stop calling it that. Stop calling it because it's not that. Exactly. If it don't got that bounce, rock, skate,
choreography.
Call it choreography. Yes.
The choreographers would be happy because they don't have to feel so stressed about what's going on.
Hip hop influenced choreo or something that I hear what you're saying, because you are getting you're tabbing.
Street styles choreography. I don't know. Call it whatever you want. Change the name.
Change the name, y'all. You heard it here first, y'all.
All right, we got one last. I want to squeeze in one last little segment here.
That's amazing.
All right. This is a fun one. I don't know how I came up with this. I don't know what it was that I was watching, but I was like, it popped in my brain and I immediately wrote it down. Okay. Dream convention staff.
Ooh.
Yeah. And let's go like this. Let's go.
Wow.
You have unlimited budget.
Cool.
You have 4 slots.
Cool.
Who are you putting on the roster?
Cool. Wow.
And let's say alive and, current in the sense that they're still active.
Cool. Can we do a rock, paper, scissors, shoot? Who goes first? Because you always put me on the first.
Yeah, fine.
He put me on the spot first.
Let's go first.
All right, ready? All right. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. Paper beats rock.
Okay. All right. Four.
Okay. 4 slots. Okay.
And let's feel like maybe we even give no. We don't. Styles don't even matter.
Okay.
It could be whatever. Okay, 4. Holy moly, artichokes. 4.
Yeah.
4 convention staff. I'm gonna go. I'm just saying who pops in my mind. I'm gonna go Tucker Barkley.
Oh, we were in this. What? We said the same thing, bro.
I'm gonna go Tucker Barkley.
I said that in my head. I know you can't see my.
I'm gonna go.
Come on, that's crazy.
I'm gonna go. Lyle.
Woo!
I'm gonna go Lyle.
Woo!
I'm gonna go. Chaz Bouzan.
Ooh, okay.
Get some contemporary vibes in there.
Vibe, okay. Come on, I like that.
And I'm gonna go. Just because I think it'd be dope for me, I'm gonna go like a JG.
Ooh,
like a straight like.
I'm coming to your convention, bro.
Popping boog class.
I'm coming to your convention. How much, bro? That staff is it.
The craziest
that staff is it. I'm paying.
All right, go.
I'm paying, bro. I'm signing up tomorrow. If that's real.
Yep.
Yo, I'm with you on the first half.
Okay.
Definitely, Tucker. You got some work to do, bro. You got 2 conventions to come to. You got work to do, bro. You got his and mine to come to. You're my first pick for sure on a convention. What? Thank you, bro. Tucker in the house, number one. Number two, Sean Bankhead. You know, I would love you to come and be part of that convention.
Oh,
Sean Bankhead really
dang
working the
it.
convention circuit as well, but then really working a lot into the industry with everything. You know, he's been doing a lot of amazing work. I'm a fan, bro. Also, I would love to say Marty Kudelka. Come on, Marty in the house.
Okay.
Come on, I'm gonna get you some live in here. Come on, get some live,
pull.
a nice little pull. Come on, OG status all day. Come on, one more on the clock. What would he, you know, if I want to do like really this one slide, I'm like, dang, it is between Nat Bat, bro.
Okay.
It is between Nat Bat and between if I had to do like a duel, it's like Keone and Marie for real.
Ooh,
if I had to do that, you know,
yeah.
that's why I'm like, yo,
yeah.
let's add an hour. Let's add another slot.
Yeah.
Let's add another.
That's a good lineup.
What?
I'm mad I didn't get Sean. I'm mad I didn't.
Sean, what? Come on.
I didn't hire you. It wasn't on purpose, Sean. I just forgot.
It's because I got you, bro. Yo,
Oh,
I love
man.
that, bro. Come on.
That's a good one, right?
Hey, yeah, that's
Episode
fire.
4.
Come
Episode
on.
4, y'all. Episode 4.
Boom.
Episode 4.
Boom.
Man.
Boom.
This is a great episode. Great
Yo,
topics, great
absolutely,
conversation.
man.
I hope you guys are
Absolutely.
enjoying this.
Yeah.
And as always, you know, let
Yeah.
us know what you want to see. Let us know what you want us to react
Absolutely.
to. And
Yeah. And like, yeah, thank you again. I can't endlessly tell you because it means the world for you guys to just grow with us for real.
100%.
You know? We are in the industry. We are fathers. We are best friends. We are homie. You know, we wear so many different hats, as do you, I'm sure. But yeah, thanks for being part of our tribe. Thanks for being part of our tribe for real, and creating this community with us for real. You already know Side Dish Life.
Side
Yikes.
Side Dish. She.